Hey, it's Tyler O'Hara, King of the Baggers. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube.
Bang, just like that, we're away racing. Front wheel in the air for Richie Escalante, not the start he wanted, but Josh Herrin, he gets a good one on that Warhorse HSBK Racing Ducati Panigale, but it looks like a pair of Yamahas are going to go around the outside. JD Beach had a notion, but he will slide himself into third, and Herrin's having none of Jake Gagne on that fresh and lean progressive Yamaha.
Gagne has to let off just a little bit. When you go down the inside of turn 2, there's a big roller down there, and it just upsets the chassis that much. Gagne couldn't really push the fact as they got to the bottom, and Herrin knows that. Herrin's ridden on that part of the track, but you can see Gagne already all over the back, and a much, much better start for the 95 of JD Beach. He's got PJ Jacobson behind him, and it looks like, I can't tell. I think
JD's down.
JD's down.
I was going to say,
Turn
Jason,
8.
he was carrying so much corner speed and was closing up through that section. Unfortunately, he asked a little bit too much from the front tire, and he tucks the front, and that's an easy, physically, it's an easy crash. The bike looks okay. He's trying to pick it up to continue.
Yep, and you can see now these guys, as they head out onto the back straightaway, Escalante did a nice job after that kind of a bad launch for the Suzuki rider. You're going to go back here and look at the replay of what you're talking about, Greg. You see the rider in third. As he rolls through, he's going to just tuck the front maybe right about there. You see the front starting to go. And
sorry, Jason, live
big
pictures.
Motor blow.
Big motor explosion.
Hayden Gillum, you can see the oil all over his boots too. I mean, look at the oil all over his right boot. So there's probably going to be a lot of fluid on the track down that back straightaway. So I'm sure, again, Race Direction's going to look at this. You can see it's probably burning him pretty bad right now. He's got to just get that boot off. Bike's on fire as well, and that's going to set the grass on fire. So you can see that thing getting ready to spark up there, Greg.
Lights are on, revs are up. We're away racing. Josh Herrin got off the line perfectly.
He did, and I think Gagne is going to kind of tip in here on him. As you can see, Herrin's going to get the start. Gagne's going to just be to the outside of him and slot himself in there. Everybody looks like they're going to get through that turn 1 nice and clean. Herrin opens up the entry to 2, and Gagne's right behind him. Unlike the first start, is it Escalante, I believe, in third,
yes,
PJ fourth, and Brandon Posh right now is your top 5.
He's starting to fall into the clutches of Corey Alexander. That's the 2023 versus the 2022 BMW M1000RR. You can see the profile difference in the front is quite massive as Mesa moves to the side. Oh, Corey, what a save.
Man.
Whoa. That one will put your heart in your throat.
Yes, 6'4" stature is going to help him as you see him dive up the inside of Mesa, and he gets right here. He's trying to turn it back, and as he goes to turn it back, the rear of the bike just kind of snaps around on him a little bit.
Oof. So the white flag is out. The last lap for Josh Herrin to bring it home, and he goes 1.4 seconds quicker than Jake Gagne in that lap, but keeps it consistent. A 2:10 flat.
Yeah, really good.
I mean, within just over 0.2 of a second.
Crazy.
Yeah. Herrin is absolutely the class of the field.
And if you watch the way he rides, I really like the shot that we have of him coming out of the last corner, Greg. He kind of rolls in there. You can see him letting go of that front brake lever. And as the bike just starts to get stood up, he cracks the throttle open, and it's just the nicest slide on the edge of that corner. This guy's got incredible throttle control, and I've mentioned it in the past. I've seen him at track days riding for fun, and he does things on a bike that most people just can't do. And for Herrin, he's super comfortable. Lots of bike control out of the number 2, and of course, all of our Medallia Superbike riders here in MotoAmerica have that. But this guy's got a really good feel on the edge of the tire. Look how he gets that thing up off the edge, and he's well on his way now. He has a look over his shoulder, and he sees that he's broke the will of Jake Gagne on that number 1.
All smiles under the helmet for Josh Herrin. So he's going to take his inside the kitty litter line.
He does.
A little bit further over, but yeah, you can see right where he gets on there.
He's comfortable there, and he's not wavered from that every lap. He's just been perfect down into there. And this has been just a great ride. Being able to lap, sort of in this heat too, to be a little over 0.2 slower than your best lap this late in the race. It's a tremendous ride from this young man.
It's been a year of focus for Herrin. The moment that he got the call that he was going to be on this Superbike, all bets were off. He started to train, eat better, dropped a ton of weight, and he had his eyes on each race weekend and what was coming up. And even battling through some injuries this season, having a race win, Josh Herrin has been on point. Final quarter here at Circuit of the Americas for the Warhorse HSBK Racing rider, Josh Herrin. Wheel in the air, checker flag out, and Herrin takes the win in race number 2. Gagne will be second as we await the arrival of the 99. PJ Jacobsen with another outstanding podium finish for the Tytler Cycles BMW team.
Bobby a little further back here, huh?
Yeah.
Bobby Fong's going to get 4th. This is the battle for 5th, or 6th. Brandon Posh finished 5th. Ashton Yates is going to beat Mesa and Alexander across the line for 6th. Good result.
PJ Jacobsen in 3rd. Bobby Fong finishes in 4th. Don't know what was going on there, but obviously everything was good. Good job by Brandon Posh, Yates, Mesa, and Alexander. Let's get right down to Hannah.
But Nolan Lampkin may have clinched the championship in Superbike Cup as well.